Peace, peace. My name is Kareem Tut, and man, I just want to do this video on this. I got a story to tell about how this is crazy. A lot of people don't believe that people are possessed by. I wouldn't call them demons per se, but I would say beings that basically vampire the living energy life force out of people, and they basically drain them all of their life. These particular type of beings just attach like a parasite onto the person until the day of the death. Most of the effects of these people, they have Alzheimer's and all types of memory loss, and these beings drain the vitality out of people. But back to the story. I had a encounter with a nest full of these nasty creatures, and if anybody don't believe this stuff, it's cool. You might think I'm a quack, or you think I'm just talking crazy, but your eye is not open. So one time, my girlfriend was collecting. I think she was selling some coffee at the time or something. She was selling some coffee products, and we had to meet up with the lady at a church, and she begged me to come, and so I was like, fuck it, I'll go with you. But we went to this church, and we was trying to look for it, and before you even get to a black church, you hear the noise. You hear the noise from the side of the church. So I'm like, oh man. So I'm just like, yo, we driving up, and I'm telling my girl, like, yo, is she coming out? She was like, no, we gotta go in there and get the money. So I went in there to collect the money from this lady. Knocked on the door, and a gay guy opened it. And when I looked in to see, it was a full church Sunday. I looked in, and I seen entities literally flying around in the air, and everybody had entities attached to them from their back. People that with their third eye, your third eye has many levels of sight. There are many sights. There are many eyes on your face. And this is what a lot of people don't know about the secrets of the anatomy of the esoteric body. There are many secrets to your body that you just don't know about. And your third eye is the main channel to all these eyes. If you cultivate to a high level, your face will literally form eyes like how flies see. And you can see different levels. Anyway, my girl is not at that level, so I'm just trying to get the hell up out of there. I always keep upon me talismans and stones and herbs, so they won't touch me at all. Plus my aura won't let them, or my angels. But when we walked in this church, I sat down, and of course the preacher was like, hey, we got new visitors, would you like to stand up? And I was like, come on, dude. I'm telling my girl, do you see the lady? She's like, no, she say she's here though. And it was like built to where we were sitting, she was like around the corner in the church, and I'm like, is that her, the light-skinned lady? And she was like, yeah. I'm like, yo, go over there. So after we stood up and said our name, hey, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. And the preacher just, like I say, anytime you come around these beings and they know you're there around, they react. Plus, everybody were catching the so-called Holy Ghost, which is really, these entities were having a party with these people's chakras. So there were big fat grown men literally running around. The pulpit was like in the middle of the church, and these grown men, which were all homosexual. I have nothing against homosexuals, but this was the wrong type of homosexuals, because all of them were demon possessed. These men were running around the church, and some people were in a corner, kind of doing it, Jesus, 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 doing all this crazy stuff, and it was frightening. To an enlightened person, this was frightening. I was telling my girl, go over there. She got up, went to the lady, and the preacher, I seen one of the main demons attached down to the preacher, and the preacher out of nowhere was like, this was his actual sermon. I want y'all to listen to me. Everybody take a seat, take a seat. Oh Lord. The preacher got into this sermon, and he was like, what if? Now mind you, I already seen this entity come down and attach to him out of nowhere. What if? How strong is your faith? What if a demon out of nowhere appeared right in front of me in the church? What would you do? This was the entity literally talking through him. And I'm like, yo, so what if the demon literally materialized right in front of us? How strong is your foundation? And all the old women and I was like, amen, amen, amen. And I'm looking at this man like he kept looking at me. I know the entity was talking to me. So I'm like, dude, it's time to go. He's like, what if a demon appeared right in the church right now? And so my girl came back, and I'm like, you got the money? She like, yeah. I'm like, let's get the fuck out of here. So we go towards the door of this church, and the doors were locked. No lie, the doors were locked. And me and my girl looking like, yo. I look back, and the gay dude, came to the door, was like, I'm so sorry, we locked the church, and he had these damn big ass boats that came down and shit. So I'm like, dude, got the fuck out of there. And the preacher left the podium and followed us to the car. He followed us, me and my girl walking to the car. He short, big head ass dude, head about this big, and he was like, yeah, we want to see y'all back, we'd love to see y'all back again. He followed us all the way to the car. I sure didn't want y'all to leave. Want to see y'all back again, and I just love to see you, and and he tried to shake my hand, and I didn't shake his hand. And I moved my girl, make sure she get in the car. I'm like, hey, okay, thanks, man. Drove off. But this, like many churches, we're opening up portals for these entities. And I advise any of you that are enlightened and, don't go into these, they are a nest. You ever seen a wasp nest? A wasp nest. It was a wasp nest for demons. And they set up their nest in these churches. So, if you are very psychically sensitive, I wouldn't advise you. Don't try to say you're strong enough to go, don't. When I got home, I immediately burnt some sage around in the house. So that was just one of my stories of encountering a nest full of demons. My name's Kareem Tut. Peace.